passion of Shea W. Norling, and he will lead us in around the NFL. Shea.
Want to start local. Kevin Warren talked about the Bears Stadium again, NBCSportsChicago.com. Obviously, the state said there's no appetite to do this right now. They'll revisit it in the fall, but it doesn't sound super promising.
When are they going to break ground, Shea? Just tell me that.
That's what I'd like to know. And this quote from Kevin Warren doesn't offer a lot of insight on that, Jess. Here's the quote. I'm confident at the correct time that we will come together to figure out a stadium solution. This is an election year. We have people who don't have meals to eat. We have people sleeping on the street. We have a lot of complex issues that we're dealing with. I'm a realist to understand that these projects are not something you do over a weekend. Problem, it hasn't been a weekend. It's been a year and a half.
So he's bringing in the real life excuse into this. Yeah, based on that, they'll never get it done if we're trying to fix, hunger and stuff. You know what I mean? Keep those things separate. Is this happening or not, for God's sakes? That's all we want to know.
Well, first of all, I still believe they belong in Arlington Heights, not on the lakefront.
I tend to agree with you at this point.
That is A. Yeah. B, why are they not prioritizing any type of tailgating? Tailgating is something that they don't seem to have any interest in
along the lakefront.
Allowing along the lakefront.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Right.
I went to see Bengals at Chiefs. It was 4 billion degrees below zero. There were miles of cars in Kansas City. It was the AFC title game. I went last year, gorgeous weather with my wife and our friends, and they took us again to Kansas City. We saw the Bears at the Chiefs. 40 billion miles of cars, all tailgating, Chiefs Kingdom, and there were Bears set up. It was awesome. Why can't we have something like that?
I went to opening day at Soldier Field and tailgated for 3.5 hours. Loved it. And sometimes when your team stinks, the tailgate's more fun.
Yes.
Which was the case this year before they faced the Packers. So the tailgate is part of the experience when it comes to football.
Like Michigan State. Do they have a team? Do they have football at Michigan State?
Are you kidding me? What is with you today? Yes, of course.
Man,
they have a team. Okay.
The Iowa tailgate's better than the game for sure.
Don't ask me about the Michigan State tailgate experience, though. Use someplace else, because the Michigan State experience stinks.
But still, they have tailgating in all these big towns. I've been to Wisconsin,
Iowa's
Northwestern,
insane. Iowa's insane.
Illinois. I've tailgated at Iowa. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Let alone go to Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. Incredible. Why would the Chicago Bears want to build a stadium where you have a nicer building, albeit a dome, with the same issues you have now? Makes no sense. Come on, Kevin. You're better than that.
All right, Aaron Rodgers, target of media scrutiny again yesterday. He had an unexcused absence at Jets mandatory minicamp. He is subject to fines. The head coach.
He must have been doing something for charity. Come on.
Yeah, charity called Robert F. Kennedy.
I was just going to say, Robert Saleh said Rodgers missed because there's an event that was, quote, very important to him. Social media sleuths have connected it to a Robert Kennedy Jr. campaign event in Arizona this week. Is this something or nothing that Rodgers is missing mandatory minicamp? He was at all the OTAs. He's been around this entire offseason. But now, once it's mandatory, he's ostensibly feels like, sounds like, seems like. I'm not saying it is, but he's out in Arizona with RFK.
The word prima donna should be what's the word? In the dictionary, it should now have a new definition for prima donna. Aaron Rodgers. This guy just can't get out of his own way. It's always something with him. It's always something. And I thought it was going to be something important he missed, even though it was inexcused. At least a charity golf outing I could live with because it's for charity. This, give me a break.
Look, I'm a Rodgers.
I am not. I am done with Rodgers.
I can't stand the Packers. Everyone knows
I can't stand him.
My sports dislike list. Number 1, St. Louis Cardinals. Number 1. Number 1A, Green Bay Packers. Number 2, a little farther down, Notre Dame football. Hope they never score another point in the history of the university. Those are the 3 for me. But I like Aaron Rodgers. I do. He'd be a guy I would love to sit and have a glass of bourbon with and a steak and talk to him.
Not me. He is not interested.
He would be very compelling to me to talk to. That said, come on, Aaron, you're better than this. Get to your freaking mini camp where you belong with your team and quit going to a third-rate candidate who's not going to win anyway.
Aaron Rodgers seems like the type of guy you might want to have a meal with, and then you realize you don't because he's a meathead.
Mid-meal. Can I get the check?
There's nothing interesting about Aaron Rodgers. He just pretends to be interesting.
Sticks you with
yes,
the
here's
bill.
your steak, sir.
Not a fan.
Can I get the check? Something wrong with your meal? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I can't
No,
sit
thank
here
you.
anymore.
No, thank you. Done with him. So should the Jets.
Wow. Well, they're not going to cut him.
Well, he's going to bring them down. He's going to bring them down.
I do. I would bet the under on the Jets again. I think that this is another crash.
What is their number?
9.5, I think.
Perfect. Take the under. First of all, he'll probably get hurt again. Second of all, he's just not the same guy.
It's hard to believe he's going to be healthy a full season at 40 years old,
Robert
coming off an
Kennedy
Achilles
fundraiser.
rupture.
My God.
My buddy Jeff just texted. He's listening. He said, just to get back to tailgating for a minute, tell Shay, my dad and I get to the Waldron deck at 8 a.m. with our tailgate group every single game.
It's awesome.
They
This is
put
what
a
I'm
spread
saying.
out. He goes, you're welcome anytime.
I'm in. I'll be there. The
There you
Bears
go.
tailgate's better than the garbage I get at Michigan State, so I'm in.
My tailgate's in my basement. Go ahead.
The Bengals still have some problems facing them with both of their star receivers. Jamar Chase is at minicamp. I think he's a full participant, but he's still looking for a contract extension. T. Higgins is not there. He's a full holdout. He's not showing up. He's still going to war with the organization over a new contract. Do the Bengals need to make the, appease both of their receivers?
I don't know what their cap situation is. I didn't lay in bed reading Bengals cap numbers last night. But
Well, imagine this were the Bears. Let's say in 2 years or 3 years, if they get an extension done or whatever. If DJ Moore and, say, Roma Dunze are both up at the same time and the organization's going to war and digging heels in over money, as a fan, you'd be livid.
Yeah, I mean, here's the
you
thing.
would,
You-
especially if you're trying to win your first Super Bowl.
When your quarterback is in the prime of his career, you take care of that part of it. Yes, so yeah, you do have to do that. You know, if you're starting over, different story. The wide receiver is only needed at that level when you have a quarterback in his prime, and he is.
Can you imagine if we are in that position? We'll be on like our third Super Bowl win already with Caleb. But
sure.
I want to experience what Norling experienced, where you are the Bigfoot everywhere you go. He's a Patriots fan and has been because his grandparents are from out there. And so I want to go where every week you're favored. Every week. And everywhere you go, like the Bulls were, here they come again.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Right. I mean, it was like the Cubs in '16. They were a rock band. You know, everybody, the Rolling Stones, the Bulls back in the
The
day.
Blackhawks.
The Bears in '85. We're old enough to remember that. The Blackhawks. You would love to see that of the Bears again.
Oh,
It'd be amazing.
be insane.
It's got a chance. I've said I'm high on Caleb Williams. I also, there's another quarterback.
Wow, you're really stepping out there.
Where did
You're
he
high
go?
on
Sixth
Caleb
round?
Williams.
Yeah,
Like a
sixth
long
round
shot
player.
pick?
But there's so many people. They're like, oh, well, you know, USC wasn't
I think-
exceptional. There's people who doubt
Would
him.
you agree with me that I think in the back of the mind of anybody that's doubting him, including myself, if I have any, is just the history of, you know, we think a number one overall is always going to work. And 50% of the time it doesn't.
Bust.
That's stuck in the back of my mind more than anything specific to Caleb.
But this just situationally
You were part of the
is
cult,
so
though,
different.
too.
Those guys are
Yeah.
all getting
No,
drafted
I
to
wasn't.
the
I
worst
really
teams.
wasn't. I wasn't part of the cult. No, I wasn't.
Oh, stop.
No.
Stop.
No, I
Let's
just-
pull the tape.
I-
Charlie,
pull the-
Jay Moore, let's pull the tape.
Pull the tape. Pull the tape.
Come on.
Pull the tape. Pull the tape. All I liked was the possibility of that strategy working.
You were
The
serving
idea-
folks Kool-Aid.
Building a monster
exactly.
around him had less to say about him. That was the phrase they used.
You were selling the Hall Bell at
No.
JesseRogers.com. I mean, who are you
Nuts.
kidding?
You guys are nuts.
Another quarterback in the NFC North, Jordan Love. I've been telling you this, Kaplan. Said he has heard, quote, it's what I've heard, that he will get a contract extension done by July 22nd when Packers camp
Did you see what
starts.
the rumored number was last night?
I didn't see the rumored number.
4 for $155. That's $40 million, less than $40 million a year.
I'd be surprised if it's that low. I don't think Love's going to settle for that little.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've started 1 year,
yeah.
albeit a really good year.
Yeah.
They offer you 4 for $155 with $100 guaranteed. Are you taking it?
I mean, the easy
In
answer
a sport where you get hit the wrong way,
Right. The
it
easy
can
answer.
end.
Well, the easy answer is yes, but it's also a sport where quarterbacks that played the way he played get paid big. You know, Kirk Cousins got paid. People get paid.
how
big.
old is Jordan Love? 25?
26, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It?
If
Yeah.
he plays,
I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer.
if he continues to play the way that he played the second half of last year, he's a superstar. He's a top 7, top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Everybody in that range is getting
And is this
48
a weird,
to
is this a
$53
weird
million
way to
dollars.
analyze it, though? Like, most of the time, once you reach that level, you don't go backwards.
Jordan Love
Of course,
is
yeah.
25.
You know?
Unless he's one of the great mirages
Right.
in recent NFL history,
Right.
he's a superstar.
But everybody that plays like him has done it for more years.
Yeah.
He did it for 1 year. One.
Yeah.
Well, whose fault is that? It's not his
Right.
fault.
He
The
sat-
Packers
right.
had him on the
Exactly.
bench.
Doesn't matter. He's
And he-
done it for 1 year.
Yeah, but he benefited from being on the bench so he could be that advanced in his first year.
So-
we can go back and forth
so
on this.
you're Jordan Love. They
Yeah.
come to you 4 for 155, 100 guaranteed. Are you taking
I mean,
it or
if it's
not?
take it or leave it, I guess I take it, but I don't know how it all works with the what could he do? Hold out? Basically?
Oh, no, he's under
Yeah.
contract for
Right.
this year
Yeah.
at 13, I think.
I would try to get my agent to get a better deal.
But he could not show up to camp.
Right.
Right, but let's assume he says, yeah, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to play it out.
Yeah.
And he gets
Oh,
hit.
I
He's
don't-
laying on a
Oh,
stadium
I don't think I
turf.
would play it out. I would try to get them to do the bigger deal now.
And
then
they said,
if forced,
this is the final offer,
then I
4 for
probably would
155.
take it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would take it.
Most guys bet on themselves, though. Most guys do. But you're right. If he gets hit, he could be gone.
All right, we would like to have Jesse's question answered. We're the St. Louis Cardinal fans. We're going to have Tom Waddle answer that for us, and then we'll also take your calls.
Bad
in the
fans
9
are good
o'clock
fans.
hour.
Bad fans are good
Bad
fans.
fans are good fans. He gave a standing ovation to Paul Skeens because he pitched well into the 7th inning. What a bunch of losers. We will talk to a winner, though. His name's G. Thomas Waddle.